Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. If you are looking to stand out online, build a strong personal brand, and do it without spending a huge sum of money, then you are in the right place. Because today we are going to show you how to use Canva to create stunning resume that reflects who you are and what you stand for. So grab a coffee, open up Canva, and let's build your brand together, step by step. So this is Canva's interface. As you can see, it's very simple interface that we are going to use. You can see on the left that we have this bar, and I'm going to click on create on the top of this bar, where you will be able to choose the design you want. You can create any of these designs, starting from sheets, documents, whiteboards, presentations, and social media posts. You can also choose any other type of templates from these down below. Since I'm going to start creating a personal brand, I'm going to write resume on the search bar. Then I'm going to choose the resume A4 portrait because this is the dimensions of the conventional resumes. Now these are the dimensions of our resume, but it's completely empty, as you can see. To start creating it, you will need first to choose a template. This is done from choosing design on the bar which exists on the left, then choose templates and choose one of these templates. My objective is to choose a template which is free, because you can see that some templates existing or having a crown icon on the bottom right, these templates are not for free. They are in the premium version of Canva and you will need to pay money to get them. Since we want to create our template for free, I'm going to choose other type of templates, and I'm going to choose it very simple because my target is to build a resume which is ATS friendly. And for those of you who don't know what ATS is, it is an abbreviation for applicant tracking system, and it's simply like a device or an electronic way of filtration of resumes. So any type of organizations which have like thousands of applications applied for its specific job or on its website, the interviewers and the HR will not have the time to filter all these applications on their own. So they use ATS to be able to filter some of these resumes based on specific criteria. So we are going to create a template which fits and is friendly with this ATS. And one of the ATS conditions is to build a template which only contains one column, because if your resume contains more than one column, it will not be ATS friendly and it has higher probability of being filtered out before even reaching a recruiter or an HR employee. So I'm going to choose something simple. For example, this template, it looks very attractive and it's very simple, and it only contains this part which contains more than an icon, more than a column, and I chose it on purpose because I want you to know how to change such a layout. So starting with editing, you need first to have this information displayed in a clearer way because it's very zoomed out. You can do it from the zooming bar on the bottom. You can zoom in and out by dragging to the left and to the right, or you can just click on the zoom and choose the percentage of the zooming you want. To me, I prefer the fill zooming which exists on the bottom. It's very clear and it's not extensively large. Now I'm going to start editing the information, starting with the name. You can double click on it so that you can change the text itself. Now I'm going to write a different name. Let's say, for example, Daniel Swan. Now you can also change the properties of the text itself by highlighting it, then change it from this bar on the top, starting with the text type or the font type. By clicking on it, you will find that you have all these options on the left you can choose from. You can also change the font size. You can also change the properties which exists in an ordinary Microsoft Office program, like the text color, the bold, the italic, the underline, and so on and so forth. You can also change the alignment, add bullet points, change the spacing, and even add effects and animate your text. But animation is not very effective in our case because it's effective more in videos. But if you are going to build a resume, you are going to build a PDF file, so animation will not appear anyway. That's why we are not going to do it in this episode. And now, after adding your effects, you can complete editing the other parts, like this subtitle. I can change it into software engineer. Next, when it comes to bulky text or text which requires thinking from you to give information, this is not a problem anymore because you can use AI. And by AI, I don't mean to use ChatGPT or any other alternative, because Canva already has its AI built in. This is done by writing any type of information you want and let Canva continue writing to you if your mind froze. So I'm going to let's just delete this text. I'm going to just delete it and write I'm a software engineer. Then I'm going to click on this magic write pen and choose continue writing. And now you can see that Canva has wrote all this information for you. By clicking on insert, you have it inside your text box and you can start editing it. So it's obviously large and we want to reduce its size so that it can fit an objective. You can do it by selecting a text and choose to eliminate it, or you can just click on undo, then highlight the whole text, choose again the magic write, then instead of continue writing you can choose shorten. And now it will start reducing the size. By clicking on replace, you will find it has been replaced by a shorter version. You can also change the rest of the information the same way. Now going on to the contact information, you can do it with your own specific case, like your phone number, your email, your address. And as we said before, we want to change it into just one column. So in this case, you can select this whole box, and we will just do a simple trick to change it. I'm just going to select all the information below and drag it down so that I can just give myself some white space so that I can make this 3 columns a single column, because it will require space below. So that's why I zoomed out to just drag down all this data below. Then I zoomed in again and I'm going to choose all this row, and then I'm going to click on more options from here. Then I'm going to choose from this more options the option which calls merge cells. By clicking on it, you will find that you have 3 different rows instead of 1 row and 3 columns. You can also add some edits like deleting this space and adding any space you want. You can change the alignment and the location of your text the way you want. Now I'm going to revert back to the original version, but you already know how to change 3 columns into a single column. But first you will need to empty some space below so that it can take all this new information below. Now I'm going to return back all what I did from the undo button on the top. Then you can choose to edit the rest of the information the same way. Like the education part, you can add the place from where you got your education. You can add your research experience. You can add the projects you did and the awards you acquired. And once you are done, if you need more space to continue writing and you need more page, you can head to add page on the bottom, click on it, and you will be able to add any type of information you want. But you have a blank page. If you want to get the same style or the same template, you can click on more options and choose to delete this page. Then we will do a simple trick, is to go to the previous page, click on more options, then choose to duplicate the page, and now you have another page of the same exact information existing in it. Now I will just eliminate these parts which will not be repeated in the second page and only are required in the first page. Then I'm going to the rest of information. I need to zoom out first. Then I will select all this information and drag it to the top. And there is a good privilege in Canva which is showing you the dimensions in which you need to place your text. So if I drag my text, you will find it gives you like a borderline for your page in a pink color or a pink rectangle. I will drag this information until it's on the top of this pink rectangle, just like that. And now I'm going to zoom in again. Then I'm going to change the titles to other titles which were not included in the front page. So in the front page I have education, research experience, projects and awards. So in the second page I may add like new titles, like for example skills and languages. So I'm going to change education on the top to skills and research experience to languages, and feel free to edit the rest of the titles to fit your own purpose and your own resume. And perfect. Now I'm going to return back to the front page. So if you want to change, after changing all these components, of course, if you want to change like the whole style of your template, you can head to styles instead of templates and choose any type of the preset styles which exist in here. By changing or choosing any one of them, you will find that the colors as well as the style of the font will change. You can also apply it to all pages or to a single page. So now I'm going to revert back to the original state from this undo button. So this is basically how you can edit your template. Now let's start adding items to your template. This is done by going to this left menu. You will find many items that you can add, starting with elements. In elements you can add different elements like frames, shapes, lines and more. So you can add like these icons to your contact information, for example, like going to your phone number in here, then drag and drop the icon, then resize it into a small icon, and drop it in here, for example. Of course, this is not very professional and it's not ATS friendly. However, I wanted to show you how you can do it. You can also go to the AI image generator so that you can create any type of images you want. However, it's not convenient with PDFs or with resumes. It's convenient with other types of creations. Next, you can add text box. You can choose its styling and whether it's a heading or subheading. You can also choose the magic writing from here. You can go to uploads, where you can upload an image, a video or an audio. Next, you can go to tools, where you will find freehand drawing tools to add to your resume. However, it's not recommended as well. All the edits that you make are automatically saved, and not like Microsoft Word, for example. You don't have to press on save so that they will be saved. They are automatically saved on the cloud, and this is obvious from this icon that all the changes are saved. And if you want to exit this project at any time, you can access it from projects in here, where you will find all the projects you have made recently, and you can navigate to access any type of design you did. You can also choose the mode that you use Canva. You have 3 modes: either editing, commenting or viewing. So if you are done with your template, for example, and you want to see how it will look like, you can go to the viewing, where you will be able to navigate and check how your resume will look like without having any ability of editing it. And if you are satisfied with the result, you can head to share, where you will have many options, like for example downloading it to your device or getting a public view link like the Google Drive links, or you can choose a template link, but this is a premium version. And you can also click on see all to see all the type of actions that you can do with Canva. So if you want to download this template, you can click on save or download, and you will be able to choose the file type. Since this is a resume, it's better to save it as a PDF. You can also choose to flatten the PDF or include notes. You can choose the pages that you want to extract as PDF, and once you are satisfied with these options, you can go to save download settings if you want to use the same exact settings each time you create a project, and you can go to download so that you can download this PDF successfully. And voila, you have your resume ready. So If you are done creating your resume, you can go again to create, so that we can see what other type of personal branding documents that we can make. So if you want to create a cover letter, you can type cover, and you will see Facebook cover, book cover, album cover, magazine cover. It does not exist in here, so I'm going to add letter. And now we have cover letter in here, or cover letter for resume A3. I'm going to choose the portrait version. I'm just going to show you how its templates look like, so that you can just have like an idea, and we will not go deep into editing because it's basically the same exact editing of a resume. So you can see many type of cover letters in here. You can choose this one, for example. If we clicked on it, you will find how it looks like. I'm just going to choose fill, and you can edit it as the same exact way we did with the resume. Here you can also see these icons that we can add from elements. If you don't like any type of these icons, you can replace it with another one. And now once you are done, you can save both your cover letter and resume. Some other type of jobs require like a video of introducing yourself, and this also can be done with Canva. From going to open menu, then choosing create again. Now I'm going to head to videos. I'm going to choose the dimensions without choosing a template now. Let's choose this video landscape dimensions. Here we will have some different type of options, but I need first to add any template so that we can work on it. Of course, you will add you will not add one of these templates, so you will add a captured or a recorded video of yourself. Then you will go to uploads and choose videos. Then you will use this video from uploads files, where you will access your PC or your device, and you will upload this video in which you speak about yourself. And once you are done, let's just suppose it's this video, for example. It's just an assumption. You will be able to apply other type of controls, and these type of controls exist on top in here. You can click on edit, and by choosing edit you will be able to add different filters. For example, you can change the speed of the video if you want to increase its speed or slow it down. You can also choose to repeat it once it's finished, or to play it automatically. Next, you can use the trimming. If you want to trim a specific part of your video, or to eliminate one shot or something from your video, you can do it from here. You can just drag and drop to the point at which you want to trim your video. Then you can click on done, and it will be trimmed successfully, and we can see that it has been reduced for almost 1.8 seconds. You can also choose to remove background, but this is a premium version option. Since this video does not contain a volume, you don't have the option to mute the video. However, if your video contains an audio, you will find that this option is enabled, and you will be able to mute your video successfully. You can also change the speed from here. You can crop the video itself if you want to eliminate a specific part of the background. For example, you can do it from here. And next, you can flip the video. You can change the background colors in case your video does not cover the whole background. You can choose the transparency of the video, and you can animate it as well. So for example, if you add like an element, and let's suppose that I want to add some text, so I'm going to shapes, and I'm going to choose, let's pick one of these shapes, for example. Yeah, this one is good. Let's drag and drop it. Here we are, but it's not clear because of the arrangement of the layout. So I'm going to choose this video, click on more, and choose align to page. then I'm going to choose, no sorry, I'm going to choose layers, and I'm going to choose bring forward. Now it's clear in here. It also need to change the color so that it's more clear in with regard to these colors. So I'm going to color in here, and I'm going to choose like a lighter color, for example, or maybe the white, and we can expand it, for example. Then you can add a text in it, like add a heading, and drag it from this icon to here, then change the color into black and write, for example, introducing myself. Let's drag it, let's just expand it like this. And you can also choose the alignment to be in the middle, or on the left, or on the right, or whatever. You can also change the timing of both, but you will need first to group both of them. This is done by choosing the two elements, then click on shift and click on the second element, then go to group. Now they will be counted as one element. Here I will change the timing of this text box into just the first second of the video, then it will be eliminated. And I'm going to add animations, so I'm going to animate this text box to appear. Let's choose, for example, wipe. This one is good, but it will make the animation for both, so I need first to select only this text box. Now it's only selected, and I'm going to click on animate, and again I'm going to choose wipe. And now let's see how it will look like. By clicking on preview, you can see that it has been wiped and it has disappeared. So if you want to add the wipe again to its vanishing, you can click on animate. Then instead of using this wipe, you can use it on both, not on enter, not on exit. You can choose it on both. You can also change the speed and the direction, however it's only for the premium versions. And this is how you can animate a text inside. So now you added this text and you animated it successfully inside your video. You can also go to this video, right click on it, and choose to resize it. However, this is also for premium versions. So if you want to use this video as your background, you can go ahead and choose it lock background, so that it will also always stay as a background. However, if you want to remove it from a background, you can choose detach video from background, where you will be able to resize it based on your preference, and you will also have a background. So once you are done, you can head to the share, where you will be able to share your video from the download, and you can also change whether it's MP4 or any type of documents or files, but of course MP4 is the preferred. And now you can click on download and it will be downloaded successfully. If you were asked to prepare a presentation for like any assignment or pre-acceptance assignment, you can do it as well from Canva. You can head back to the projects and we can choose presentations, and from presentations you can choose the dimensions first. And now again we can find many templates that you can choose from. So for example, let's pick the first one we've got and just see the quality of the slides. You can see all the 8 pages. If you want specific pages, you can add them, or you can just add all the 10 pages. And now, like an ordinary PowerPoint template, you can just go and click on the text and edit it. You can also go to elements, where you will be able to add any specific elements as we did before. You can go to uploads, so that you can use images from your PC. And once you are done, you can again go to share and choose the type of file that you want to download it. So you can add it as a PDF, or you can add it as a PowerPoint so that you can edit it furthermore in PowerPoint. Or if you want to make a file which is editable, you can use it as a PowerPoint, or you can use it as a video. So all the previous was in the case that you are applying for a job or a specific position and you want to build a personal brand for yourself. But what if you are a business owner and you want to create a website for yourself? This is not a surprise, but you can do the same using Canva. It's pretty much all in one. So we can go again to design and choose websites. And now you will be able to choose the type of website you're building. Since we are building a business website, I'm going to click on this one. Now let's head to design. And now you can choose the front page that you are interested in. So for example, if you are building like a fashion website, I think this one is going to be amazing. So if you chose this one, for example, and you didn't like the other pages, you can always head back and re-choose another site. So this one is for accounting, I think. You can always stay at a specific template so that you can see the other slides sliding one after the other instead of having to open the template itself. So to me, these are all still basic, nothing is good enough. Oh, look at this one. This one looks really amazing. So if I chose this one, I can check the other slides, and if I'm satisfied, I can go ahead and click on apply 6 sections and they will be all added successfully. And now you have all the pages of your website. You can navigate them one by one. By scrolling, you can see all the 6 sections have been added successfully. So there is no much difference when you edit your website than when we edited our resume or our cover letter. However, there are just some slight differences that we will explore one by one. So starting with this sidebar, which didn't appear in the previous sections, we can see that it controls how the sections are placed. So you can push a section down or raise it up again. You can also hide it if you don't need it anymore but you don't want to delete it. You can also lock it so that no further edits can be done on it, or you can duplicate it and delete it. If you want to add a new section, you can head to the section you want and click on add section and it will be added below it. Next we have buttons like this learn more button. Buttons function is to redirect users to a specific link or a specific page. So of course you will have to place or link this button to a specific place, otherwise it will be useless. So I'm going to right click on this button, then choose link. Now you will be able to insert either a link, an exterior link to a specific website, or you can link it to a specific page in this document, like for example the first page or any specific section in your page or in your website. So either you can link the button to an exterior link or to one part of your website. Next, on the top you can see a button which is called analytics. In analytics you can see analytics for the visits of your website. So if you got any visitors, you will see the total unique visitors as well as the total visits in here. You can also see the poll and quiz responses. So if in case you just placed a quiz or a poll and linked it to your website, you can see the responses in here. So if there are no polls, you can click on create poll or quiz so that you can start creating a poll linked to your website. This is done by going to elements, then search for poll. And now you have all these results. So you can choose from polls and quizzes any form you want. Let's choose this one for example. So you can add it in any place of your page. You can, for example, bring it to front, like this. You can also change its color so that it will be fit with your template, like this. And now let's just name anything. You can double click on your pool so that you will access two things. The first part is the questions and the second part is the settings. In the questions, you decide what is this question that you want the visitors to answer and the options from which they can choose. For example, you can write, let's say, the ideal product is, and you can add any three products that you use or that you apply or supply your visitors or your customers with. Like, for example, if this is a business industry or some business in a niche which is represented in like CV writing and things like this, so we can write like CV writing, cover letter writing, or LinkedIn evaluation. So these are things that you might provide to your customers or your clients, and they will be able to answer on them. So if we chose CV writing, for example, then you went to analytics, you will find that there is one respondent and one pool, and you will have to subscribe so that you can see who opened your design and like the cookies, how much they spent and how much more time they spent navigating your website and things like this. So in the free version, you can see just the obvious information, which is how many percentage have chosen a specific choice, and from analytics you can see how many respondents and how many pools. But in order to see in-depth details like who opened your design and the time they spent, you will have to pay for it. Next, you can also see the public view links. You can see the social media and the websites which are linked to your website. But in order to do this, you will have to publish your website first. So as you can see, the differences between creating a website and creating any other content on Canva is pretty much the same. There are no large differences, just few things that are add-ons to each specific type. So once you are done, you can go to preview so that you can see that everything is in place and nothing requires further editing. You can see all the animations, and you can also choose to include navigation menu so that it will be easier for you to navigate between different sections. And you can also choose the view, whether it's from a desktop or a mobile phone. So from a desktop is clearer. You can check all the elements in your website, and if you are satisfied with the results and the animations, you can head to publish website, which you can also do from outside, from publish website here, or share. So if you chose to publish website, you will find that Canva will give you a free link that you can use. So if you want to edit it, you can edit just the part which exists after this, or an extension for this, but you will have to include my Canva site in your website account, in your website domain. However, if you want to get a new domain, you will have to pay for it, which is very expected because it's a very special and unique service. So if you want the free website domain, you can always choose the free website that Canva gives you, and it also gives you some flexibility as an extension for this part that you can change based on your preference. And once you are done, you can also check the settings first to check that all things are done the way you want, like descriptions and password protection. And if you are done, you can go to continue to publish, then choose publish, and it's being prepared to be launched successfully. Almost there. And voila, you have your website ready and live. So if you copied this link and went to a new page, then clicked on paste, we will just want to check that our website is actually working. So this is your website and it seems like it's actually working. And here is the poll that we chose. Fascinating, isn't it? So this is how easy you can use Canva. As you can see, we used Canva to create many designs. We created a presentation, we created a video, we created website, we created a resume, and also a cover letter. Now you have all these items. How can you use it? Of course, you will need to access an email list so that you can share your resume and you can reach real recruiters through which you can give them these facilities that you have created yourself with Canva. This is done by two methods that we will cover in this video. The first method is using a website which is called Recruit Them. So simply Recruit Them is a tool which is used for scraping. So if you are not a programming fan and you don't know how to scrape based on programming, you can do it with Recruit Them. It will allow you to reach people who have keywords that are related to HR and recruiting, so that you can reach actual HR agents and recruiters to give them your resume yourself. So you can pick one of these platforms or social media accounts. Of course, most of the recruiters exist on LinkedIn, so I'm going to use LinkedIn for this episode. And now you will start giving Recruit Them some data about the specific person you want to find. So in case you are searching for a job in the United States, you can head to United States in country, and the job title, let's say software engineer, since we created a resume for a software engineer. Now you can check the location or keywords to include. So for example, if you are searching for a job in a specific state in the United States, for example, you can click it, you can enter it in here. You can also add any keywords like full-time job, part-time job, and so on and so forth. You can also add keywords to exclude. So if you are not interested in full-time jobs, you can add it in the keywords to exclude, so it will not give you any person who is searching for an employee as a full-time employee. Next is the education. So if you want to search for a specific person with a specific degree or a specific educational degree, you can get it from here. And finally, you can check if there is a current employer that you are searching for. So once you are satisfied with these results, you can click on Find the Right People on LinkedIn, and now it will give you a link that you will need to copy. And now we need to head to a new page and get this link in the search box, then click on Enter. And now you have many results in here. So you can see that we have more than 10 pages, and all with the results of people who are working as software engineers. However, if you are searching for an HR, you will just replace this keyword with an HR or human resources or recruiter or whatever. Now I'm searching for software engineer because this is just an example. So you can see that there are so many results in here, but this method will not be working efficiently unless you have hundreds or even like so much results in one page and not distributed on 10 pages, because we are going to scrape all the results in one page, and of course you will not have time to scrape one by one page. So there is a simple trick that you can do, which is going to the link above, then right after the extension at num equal 100, and now it will give you 100 results on one page, and you can increase the number to any number you seek. So after we reached all these results, once you are done, you will need to click on Ctrl A to select all, then copy, and then we will go to a website which is called Email Extractor Lite 1.4. Then choose the first result. Now I'm going to paste the result in here. Then I'm going to choose the separator as a new line. Then click on extract. It seems like it did not extract any email addresses, so there is something wrong that we did previously in the previous steps. Let's explore what we did. So the problem lies in that we needed to insert something in the keywords that we did not, which is an email extension. So if you prefer to find like software engineers who are using Gmail, you can press on gmail.com in this bar. Or if you are interested in people who are using Outlook or whatever, but you just need to insert an email extension in here to be included, so that it will only give you the users who have an email extension displayed in their profiles. And now let's return the same exact steps. So let's click on find the right people, then get the URL, copy, paste, then write our magic word at num equal 100, and now copy all, then go to email extractor light, paste, and choose the separator as a new line, then click on extract. And now you have 40 different results in a blink of an eye, just with a simple step. So you can go here and click on copy, then you have all these emails copied, you can paste it in your list. So you can do exactly the same steps, but with changing this keyword instead of software engineer into HR manager, for example. Then click on OK, copy, paste, insert the magic word, copy all, go to email extractor light, choose reset, then paste, and click on extract. Oh, we forgot to choose the separator as new line, extract, and now we have 32 email counts for HR managers that we can use to apply for our specific job. So this is one way that we can use to build an email list. There is another way, which is using a website which is called apollo.io, and of course we can see that it has an ad already here on email extractor light. So let's click on this ad and go ahead. So here we go, and the most impressive thing is that you can use apollo.io for free, but it will give you a limit to how many emails you can extract per month. So I'm going to sign up and be back for you. So this is apollo.io interface, and in order to start searching you will need to know first what you are searching for. So you can be searching for people or companies. If you are searching for HR managers, you can head to people. You can see on the top the number of people that exists on the database of apollo.io. It's massive number. It's 231.4 million individual. So it's completely comprehensive, and it contains all important people from all over the world. So you can head to these filtration criteria to get the specific type of people you want. For example, you can head to email status and choose only verified emails to be included. And for each selection you will find that this database is extracted to a very smaller number based on your preferences. And this is our target, which is to narrow down our search results to only specific type and genre of people that we are searching for. Now we have 88.7 million. So looking at the other criteria, we will go to job titles, and I'm going to choose HR manager. We can also search for HR manager specifically. And here we go. Let's just cancel this result. And now we have 415,000.5 results. So I'm going to search for other criteria. You can also specify the company in case there is a dream company that you are seeking for, but I'm just going to leave it for now. Then the location, it depends on where you are searching for. So if you are from United States, you can go to locations and choose United States. Now we have 112.2k results. You can also add any keywords that you want. So this is pretty much amazing number of jobs, or amazing number of people. So I guess we will have to narrow it down again. So I'm going to search for let me choose the company, and let's suppose we are searching for HR managers in Microsoft, as we are searching for programming or software engineering opportunities, and now you have only 118 results. So this is basically the optimum number or the optimum results of people that we are searching for. We need to choose these people and add them to our list. This is done by either selecting specific people individually like this, or we can just go to the top of the list and choose to add it. But unfortunately, the free version of Apollo will give you only one page at a time. You will not be able to select all the 118, because if you selected it, you will have to pay for it. So if we clicked on apply, you will have it will give you that you have reached your record selection limit, but you will be able to do it if you select it page by page. So I will go again and click on this selection, then choose select this page and click on apply. Now it will be applied. So you can either email them directly, or you can add them to one of the sequences provided by Apollo.io, or you can just export them into an email list, like add to a specific list on Apollo.io, or export a CSV file so that you can get an offline list on Excel or on text software or whatever. So if you choose add to lists, it will give you all the lists that you have on Apollo.io. If you chose to send email with AI, it will also be done with Apollo.io, but you will need to link your Gmail so that it will use it directly to text these people and give them your resume. You can also add a sequence, which are a sequence of steps that are applied by Apollo, which we will explore shortly, and it will insert this list into a loop that will be carried out without your intervention. You can also assign a specific owner, add mobile numbers, or export as CSV as we said. And if you exported these CSV files, you can choose to click on save, and it will be exported as an offline list for you to use later. And voila, it has been added successfully, and 25 out of 25 prospects have been done. Since we are using the free version, you will have to do the same exact steps to each page. You will just need to go to the right, then select the other results again, and do the same sequence of steps again to get these numbers, these mails as well. So moving on to the next step, which is exploring sequence. Now you have created your email list successfully, and you want to take an action regarding this list. You can choose to select this page, for example, and now you can head to sequence on the top. Then you can choose to add a new sequence. Now it will ask you to link your mailbox first, so I'm going to do this pretty fast, and I will be back for you now. Now after signing in, you will need to select the names that you want to include in your sequence, then choose sequence on the top, choose add to new sequence, and now it will give you 4 options, whether to use AI, to use a template, to use a clone from another existing sequence, or to build it from scratch. So I'm going to choose from scratch because I just need a simple step to show you how the sequence works. And I'm going to choose the sequence name as HR managers. And I'm going to leave the schedule based on the normal business hours. Then I'm going to click on create. Then click on next. Now it says that there are some mutual people existing in another sequences. So I'm going to choose that these people will be included in this sequence as well, although it does not recommend this to happen, but I'm going to choose them anyway and choose add 25 selections. Now after the sequence itself has been created with this name as we did, it will ask you to give it a step to be performed once it's activated. So I'm going to click on add a step, then choose automatic email. Now it will ask you to prepare this email. So I'm going to create the subject as, for example, job application. Then you can write the body itself. Then I will write something generic because it will be sent to more than one recipient. I'm going to write Dear HR Manager. Let's leave it just generic as this. Then I will write I hope you take a look on my attached CV. Best regards. Of course, you will insert some more information and you will make it more technically strong, but this is not our topic, so I will just write this as simple as it is, and then you can attach your CV or resume from attached files down here. And now you can see a preview of how it will look like to each recipient. You can just choose a contact, and this is how it will look like when he receives or she receives this email. It will look exactly as we have written it. So this is how easy you can generate an email. Now you need to choose the contacts who will receive this email regarding the sequence that we are creating. So I'm going to choose contacts, confirm. Okay, we need first to save before transferring to another page, so I'm going to click on save changes, and now I'm going to head to contacts, then I'm going to choose all, apply selection, then you can choose these lists and then go to activate and switch it to the activated position. I just don't want it to activate it because if I activated it, the email will be sent indeed, and I just don't want to annoy these recipients for fake information because I am not actually applying for a software engineer. There is also a simple trick that you can do so that you can customize an email per each of these recipients. You can go back to editor, then you can choose write with AI, and this will give you more than an option. So you can use AI snippet so that you can get a template which is specific for each recipient that matches the tone and voice of your email. So you can select this, then it will ask you about some information that you need to insert, which you can use from edit my information. Now by choosing edit my information, you can insert some information which are related to this specific recipient if you already know such an information. You can insert the product name or company, the customer pain points, the value proposition, and the call to action. And once you do this, it will customize and generate an email which is specialized for this person. So let's try to insert some data as an example. Let's say that the company is Microsoft. The customer pain points is that lack of interest, let's say laziness, and let's say lack of motivation. Then the value proposition, 3 benefits that you can apply. You can say that I am a hard worker. I can work under pressure. I am dedicated, for example. And call to action, hire me. Then you can click on save, and now you can see that it will start generating an email specialized for this specific person. You can see that it wrote, I read that CR, I don't know what this is. Maybe it's something related to Microsoft is expanding rapidly across India's automotive marketplace. Are you constantly seeking motivated professionals who can contribute to this dynamic growth? I hope you take a look on my attached CV. Best regards. So you can apply these changes. You can accept them, and if you do not like any specific part of it, you can change the snippet type from an opener to PS line, or you can just go to the below section so that you can choose the tone as well. You can also choose the current role and responsibilities, the company overview, and you can finally choose some keywords that the AI shall not use. For example, if we don't know what this is, you can write it so that it will not use it. Then you can check the changes. I think that these are guidelines, they are not banned keywords. This is my fault, sorry. So once you are satisfied with this result, you can either choose the AI to personalize and you can click on submit, or you can just cancel the whole thing and write it on your own without using AI. So if you want to cancel this step, you can just go ahead to contacts again without saving the results, and it will be just ignored. The final thing that we are going to cover in this episode is what is called workflows. So workflows can be used as a follow-up or as a template that can be applied regarding your sequence. So we have created a sequence in which we can send multiple emails to people that we get their emails from Apollo.io. Now we can apply what is called a workflow, which is another sequence or a template of steps that will be performed regarding a specific sequence. In order to understand this, we will just create a simple or a basic workflow by going to workflows from here. Then I'm going to choose engage prospects who open your email, so that if any HR has opened your email, you will get notified about this specific person. So I'm going to click on create. Then once an email opened, if you want to edit this step, you can click on it. Then you will be able to edit the event. The event is once an email is opened. The sequence which is related to this event is HR managers, and the email sender is me. Then the next step is to add contacts to a sequence. So whenever someone opens my email, I will add this specific contact to another sequence separate from the original one. So I'm going to use another sequence of mine like this one I created before, or you can create a new sequence. For now I'm going to choose one which is the original sequence that I have created before. You can also add another step by going to these steps, like send notifications for example, drag it and drop it in here. Then you can specify the type of notification by clicking on it. You can choose an email and send to users only me, then click on save. This way, once a specific HR manager opens your email, you will get his name separately in another sequence. In addition, you will get a notification to your email that this person has opened your email. You can also choose the type of email that will be sent to you by editing this text. So this is pretty much it for this episode. I hope it wasn't too long and I hope it was beneficial for you guys. So in this episode, to sum up, we have talked about how to use Canva to create PowerPoints, to create videos, to create cover letters and resumes, and how to use it in general. We also discussed how to create your website with Canva. Next, we discussed how we can gather our free email list from Recruit Them and from Apollo.io. Then we talked about how we can use this email list in Apollo.io to use both sequence and workflow. So this is pretty much it, and that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and press on like and enable this bell icon to get any more content from our channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you in more tutorials. Until then, take care and have a beautiful day.